Good morning, YouTube viewers and subscribers. I don't normally get all excited about a two-stroke engine, but this one really has me kind of excited. And I'm going to ramble on here for a couple of minutes so I can kind of explain that. What I've got here today, and I just picked this up just minutes ago from a buddy of mine at the field. This is an Enya SS40. This engine came out probably around 85, 86. I'm not exactly sure, I couldn't find a review on this engine, but as you can see, it's a pretty dirty engine. Now, one of the reasons I'm excited about this particular engine is I've actually never had an SS40, and this is actually was the direct competition to the OS 40 FP series engines, in that the SS40, SS means Super Sport 40 size displacement, but it's a plain bearing engine. It doesn't have ball bearings, so it is like the FP in that sense, and it also has an air bleed carb. It also has the characteristic end plate that you'll see on many of these bush bearing engines. And the reason I'm excited about it is, like I said, I've never had one before, and this thing, I left a prop on specifically for the part at the beginning of this video just to show what good compression this thing has. This is a really, these Enya engines are almost impossible to kill. Back then, Enya was making these are not ABC engines or anything like that. This is a cast iron piston inside of a steel sleeve, and I'll demonstrate that when I take it apart. A hand-lapped piston, not sure really what that means, but that's what I've read. So I do have an Enya SS40 BB, which is the ball bearing version engine of that, and I just so happen to have that engine right here. So you can see there's a huge difference in what these two look like. Now, this was a brand new engine, and I've run it a few times. I actually had it on my Chaos 40 for a while, so it's got some time on it, but you can see it's a pristine engine still. I haven't actually run this engine or even probably touched it in about a year. So the second reason I'm kind of excited about this engine is because it's really dirty, and this is going to be yet another good example of what the ultrasonic cleaner with the LA's Totally Awesome solution in it is going to do. Now, I don't know that I'm going to say it's going to make it look like this one, because this was a brand new engine. You know, it still is pretty new. I don't know that it'll ever look like this again, but I guarantee it's going to look a hell of a lot better than it does now. So with those first comments made, let me go ahead and start disassembling this engine, because I do have a fresh batch or fresh clean solution of LA's Totally Awesome cleaner in my ultrasonic tank, and kind of looking forward to getting that going on this engine. Like I said, I've never had one of these particular engines before, so it's going to be really cool. That's kind of why we do these things. But one thing I am interested in is taking this head off and trying to guess about how much runtime this has, because I'm very curious as to you know, how much fuel this thing has had through it. So that's another really cool thing about it. Okay, so here we go. Well, it's got some runtime on it. I don't feel crusty layer on there, so I'm gonna say, listen to that. I'm gonna say, oh, here we go. Let's look at the side of the piston too. Let me zoom in here. Look at the side of that. It looks really clean. I'm thinking this thing may only have a gallon of fuel through it, if even that. I mean, this is really amazing. I am super psyched about this engine. Let's see if we can go ahead and get the rest of this thing apart. The other thing that's kind of exciting about it is I don't have to worry about replacing bearings. Okay, so here are the major components of this engine. They just came out of the ultrasonic cleaner, and I think you'll see a marked improvement in the way they look. It was in there probably for maybe 8 minutes, 10 minutes or so. Not all that long. I could have gone longer, I guess, but these parts look clean enough for me. Okay, so let's conclude this video on this Enya 40 SS here's a side-by-side, and as expected, it doesn't look exactly like my 40 SSBB, but it's pretty damn good. I mean, thing came pretty damn clean compared to what it was. Hell, I couldn't even read the model number on the back plate. And at least I can read that now. It says 6301. So, and I have no intention of using this prop, by the way. I just put it on basically just to show that it does still seem to have the same compression it had when I got it, except now it's a hell of a lot cleaner. So hopefully I'll take this thing out and run it and see how it does.